What's up everyone? So today is the 1st of May, which in Finland is actually a day off work. If you have a normal job, you get paid, I think. If you're an entrepreneur, well, here I am, I'm at the office shooting a YouTube video. I decided to do a office tour because, well, we've been here for since October last year, which is closing in on 6 months. It's actually more than 6 months. Wow, it's almost 7. It's fun to see how things have progressed since the previous setup tour I did back in 2017. I think that's the most recent one. That's today's agenda. Let's get right into it and not waste any more time. Actually, first let's introduce you to our newest family member. This is Leo the dog. He's actually a Samoyed and he's really cute. He's probably the cutest dog ever and he's fluffy as. But yeah, he's 17 weeks now, going on 18, so yeah. He's still a puppy, still got a lot to learn, but I decided to bring him here because my wife's at work. So starting off the office tour, here is my desk. I'm try to keep it quite clean. I'll still get more done if it's actually neat. I'm still running the 2016 MacBook Pro, still holding up. It's getting a bit slow, but I'm waiting for Apple to release a new version. The 2019 one seems to be a more significant upgrade and one that is actually worth upgrading to. Magic mouse, magic keyboard, space gray, of course, matching the computer. The same speakers I had in the previous room tour and the same subwoofer. They're still holding up great. The monitor is still quite a crappy as Zeus, but you'll see soon. I've upgraded quite a lot of other stuff. Monitors aren't really the #1 priority for me. Here is our server. It's a 24 terabyte server. We back everything up to Google Drive. So we have everything in 2 locations, which is obviously necessary if you're running a business working with big clients. I'm not even gonna go through this drawer right here because it's such a big mess. We're gonna move over to some cooler camera related stuff soon, but for now this is boring technical stuff. This is my colleague's desk. He has the same monitor, the same desk, the same Rain design stand, and the same Apple Magic Mouse, Magic Keyboard. For us, macOS has really worked out well. It's easier if we're on the same OS because otherwise when we trade projects between each other, I would have to convert it every single time, and converting back and forth usually means buggy stuff. That's the inner part of the office. Now we're gonna keep moving on to this side of the office. Starting off, we have this big, bright orange sign. I think that's the most natural place to start. It's actually Walberg Media's logo, which is my company, and yeah, it's huge. It's 60 by 60 centimeters. It lights up by Philips Hue LED strips, and it's also got these little, you probably can't tell on video that well, but it has these polygon, whatever you call it. It's like polygon art, if you've ever seen polygon art. It has the small pattern of polygons, and it's really cool if you actually go look closely at it. So that's probably the most expensive piece of art I have. It's really cool, but it was like CNC milled or something, so it's not actually that easy to produce, but it's probably the most recognizable part of this office, so I think it's definitely one of the things worth spending money on. This shelf right here is where we keep all of our camera gear. This is all of it. We have a lot, and let's try to quickly go through everything. Starting off, we have this lighting case. We built cases for everything. We built a case for audio, we built a case for photography, we built a case for the Mover rig, and this is for lighting. So it's easy, you just bring the right case that you need, whatever you need for that shoot, you just bring this case. Let's pop this up and open real quick so you can see what's in it. So as you can see, it pops open like that, and here we have actually 5 LEDs. It's the Aperture Tri-8, 3 of them, and then we have 2 Aperture Amaran. It's like the semi-cheap ones, but they're backup lights anyways. We have 3 of the good ones, and then 3 light stands, 3 of these, and basically everything you need for lighting. This is really neat to have. You just bring this case with you whenever you need lights. So that's the first case. Now secondly, this is actually even bigger. This is the biggest case we have. This is for, let's just try to bring it out. As you can tell, comparing it to the dog, it's quite huge. So this right here is the Mover Pro case. It has batteries, it has a follow focus motor, it actually has a Atomos Ninja Inferno down below. This is basically everything you need if you need really high quality video. If you got this case with you, you're good to go. Obviously this camera I'm currently shooting on is supposed to sit right here, but right now I'm using it. So this is easily the most expensive thing in this office, and this is the reason why we can produce the kinds of videos we do. Really taking good care of that one, keeping it in a case, because whenever you're on the road you don't want things to break in the back of the car, because if you have a lot of expensive stuff, you can't just keep it in a normal bag, because then you have to be super careful. You actually waste a lot of time. You have to pack it correctly, and the huge increased chance of something breaking is, for us, it's just not worth it. Okay, moving on, we have a lot of different tripods. This is another tripod with a fluid head. We actually have a softbox right here. Then we have a reflector. We have cables. We have backup audio. We have a stabilizer, a cheap stabilizer for gigs where you don't need like big ass gimbals. And we have so much stuff, like I can't go through everything. It's A, boring, and it's B, it's just a lot. And now for some reason Leo is acting up. Oh, you bored? You bored? So let's try to wrap this up soon-ish. As I said, we have a lot. We have tools, we have things to attach onto rigs, we have spare parts, charging, cables, lens attachments, ND filters, stuff like that. This right here is the photography bag. It's the GH4 in here, Sigma 2470, Sigma 50-100, Sigma 18-35. Three very good lenses. Right now I'm using the Sigma 10-20, and probably the next investment is a Sigma 70-200. Then we'll probably be covered for life. Moving on over here, this is the audio bag. I'm currently using this Zoom right here to record my wireless lav right here, as you can see. So this is actually sending audio to this one, which is recorded with the Zoom. We have a pair of Audio-Technica M40 M50X right here. That's, I think, it for audio. Moving on here, we have a slider. We have a Mimic, which is actually connecting to the Movi Pro. Someone just needs to hold the gimbal, and then the other operator can actually move the gimbal. As the person holding this moves like this, the gimbal moves like that too. And here also wireless follow focus. This is a tool we haven't used actually that much yet, but we're looking for actually places where you can use it, because it could be something. We could make really cool stuff with this. Down here we have a Phantom 4 drone. We probably need a better drone soon-ish, but good drones are super expensive. We're talking like 10 grand plus, so it's not the first easy investment you do. It's once you got all the other stuff set up that you can actually start thinking about it. But we'll probably have to at some point to get aerial footage up to standard with everything else. I think this is the final thing right here. It's a camera bag. We rarely use it. We usually use Peli cases. I usually just use it whenever I go travel, so it's not really used that much. Over here we have a TV. We're actually in a campus. There's like 3 different schools here. A lot of other businesses are also in this house, so it's good whenever we release a new cool project, we can just put it up on the screen right there. Down there we have my old computer, which is connected to the TV. We sometimes use it for backing up or compressing old footage so it doesn't eat up the storage. But for right now, it's just idling. We might use it at some point. There's no point in selling a old functional computer because it has quite good specs. Right here we still have room for 1 desk if we want to bring in 1 more person. We might throw in another desk so we can bring in extra hands if we need it. The problem with video and media projects in general is that we kind of can't control whenever they arrive or whenever they should be done. So we just have to live with the schedules that we're given by these big companies. Which means that sometimes you have to work quite late. I, for one, closed my computer at 2 AM on Friday evening because we had to launch a website. So that's what you sometimes have to do in this line of work, I think. Just like put yourself out there, do a good job in the time frame that the client has requested. It's usually paid off every single time. It takes a lot of work, but it pays off. The client will recommend you if you actually work until 2 AM to get their job done. They will appreciate it and they will tell their friends about it. Like this guy, he went over whatever we had agreed to actually deliver on time. So I can highly recommend going the extra mile for the client. In my experience, it's always paid off, and it's something that you definitely should do to get your company off the ground if you ever start doing this. Let me know if I missed something. I probably won't link anything in the description. Like there's too much stuff here. I spent years buying all of this, investing, putting all the money I can back into the company to get the best possible gear, to make the best possible end product so we can actually like evolve this company, build it up, and so far it's going quite well. We've got some really cool projects coming up. Really interesting, really cool times ahead. Let's see how everything goes. There's no telling what the future holds, but we'll definitely do our best to basically make this company or build it up as well as we can. But yeah, I think that's it. As you can tell, I have a sleepy dog right here. I think I'm gonna wrap up this video because yeah, I don't have anything more to talk about. This has probably gone on for way too long already, but thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you like videos like this, me talking about my company, entrepreneurship, gear, stuff like that, and I will definitely do more. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.